This is your first time fighting me without the mask on, I think. With our Divine Knights, I come out on top. But let's see who wins when it's just the two of us.
Sounds good to me. You managed to win against 3 of us at once in the catacombs below Heimdall. But it's just you and me now. And this time, I'll be the victor.
Go ahead and try.
I think he could have just hit my leg at that point.
Alright, you ready, Reen?
Yep, I'm ready.
Here we
Possibly.
go.
Let's see. Okay, this is probably the actual one that I'm supposed to do well. Okay, I'm not really getting hit with delay or anything else, so... And everything else probably isn't going to be all that good. Okay, I got my CP back. That's good. I wonder how just much a normal attack would do. You know, no, I'm already 50% up for everything. So
There! Ha!
yeah, that's not doing much.
Gotcha!
That's doing a little bit more.
Let's move!
Okay. I can KO 50%. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't hit him with that. I might be able... Let's get really far away from him.
Arcane! Gale! My turn!
I should try hitting him. See if this is more effective.
Yeah! Let's move!
And maybe I'm just fast enough? Oh well.
Yeah.
Now he gets an attack in. So much for that. Actually, I could probably keep it up at this rate. Oh,
My
you
turn.
even had to come this far. What a waste of an attack. That gives me an idea.
Arcane! Gale! Let's move!
Oh, and I can hit you from this far away with
Activate.
arts too. That's fucking
Yeah.
beautiful. Do you even have arts? I mean, you probably would, but... Would you even use... Yep.
Here we go!
Oh, this is working. This is
Arcus
fucking working.
activate.
And I get my CP back by using them.
Here we go!
I just need to, every once in a while, EP charge myself. Can you hit me? Are you gonna be able to? No, you
My
can't
turn.
hit me. Oh my goodness, this is fucking... This is
Arcane!
working.
Gale!
Just keep chasing me.
Here we
That's
go!
all you can do. That's all you can do. I even delayed you.
Not bad.
My turn!
This is great. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I definitely can do this. And I will totally just be annihilated by McBurn after this. Okay,
My
just
turn.
doing a bunch of these. Oh my goodness.
Arcus activate.
I love this. This is working so ridiculously well at the moment. Come on, come on. Oh, you
Let's
almost
move.
made it too. That's so sad. Oh.
Arcane! Gale!
I mean, this isn't like so
Let's
good
move.
that I can keep this up forever, but it's pretty effective at the
Arcus
moment.
activate.
No!
Your demise!
Would this be enough to take me out?
Deadly cross!
Don't be enough, don't be enough, don't be enough! Oh, perfect!
Let's move.
It's great. Oh, I can't use this now because... Oh, but if I do this... Ooh, EP charge... Actually... I need to use anything. I don't even need to use an EP... Oh, I might as well.
Yeah!
That brings me back to that, and I get my Zero Arc out of it. And that means that I can... Yep, I have the permanent... Okay, so I didn't even really pay attention to this, but I have permanent stat ups. Is that like insight still? Is that what the red one is? That's insight, like double insight? It might be. That would make sense. That would actually make a lot of sense.
Arcus.
So if I keep this up for a while...
My turn!
And if I do something like... There's 16,000 left. Oh no, Okay, maybe, hopefully this will do enough. I thought it would still go through the attack. I've never actually tried doing that. Oh, that was plenty. That was way plenty. Great. Awesome.
That's what I can really do.
Oh, that strategy worked so well. It makes me feel so... Oh, that works so ridiculously well.
You actually did it. I sure wasn't expecting you to beat me one-on-one.
I wonder if I could have lost, like, if it would have been a retry state, or if it would have been like one of the other ones and it would just been what it was.
You fought pretty well yourself. It couldn't have been easy to last as long as you did against me like this. Why did this have to happen now?
Guess your luck ran out.
Ha! We finally caught up to you!
Ah, crap.
Well, aren't you, Mr. Popular?
But I think you may have been slightly too reckless this time.
Not that we would have gotten past him.
That wasn't a bad fight. Even if you lost, at least you tried, I guess.
Your Highness, please move away from me.
Hey, don't be too rough with... Look sharp!
It's even smaller than the Pentagirl.
The Crimson Wings?
Wait, what? No, wait, that was... I thought that was the nonsense. It looked like the nonsense. Oh my.
What are you all...
Why are you all facing that direction? The real threat's in front of me.
Sorry for the wait, Rain.
Yo! We're here to save the day!
You caught us all off guard back in Ymir.
So this time we opted to take the initiative ourselves.
We meet again, severing chains. And I see you brought the purple lightning with you.
She brought more than that. Check out the Icy Maiden and that big shot arts user from the Bracer Guild.
We couldn't ask for a more impressive group. However,
Here it comes again.
Yes! That might even the odds.
Your lordship!
Uncle Victor!
Uncle? Huh.
It's good to see you again, Rain. And it relieves me to see you're none the worse for wear, Your Highness.
Ugh! The Radiant Blade Master is here too?
Huh. Wow. You're strong. Very strong.
That's quite the nod, coming from the blazing demon himself. I can see now why you're considered one of the fiercest in Ouroboros, and why some even claim you to be the Steel Maiden's equal.
Well, I know who I'm gonna be fighting.
Don't you go forgetting about us now.
everyone! Yes!
You're all here too?
Yes! Great!
Are you okay, Irene?
Looks like we've landed in the middle of something pretty crazy.
And not a moment too soon.
You came!
I'm glad to see you're all right. You certainly seem to have kept yourself busy. Enjoying your scandalous elopement with Reen, are you?
Oh, he gave me the time of my life. You guys were having that much fun, huh?
Maybe.
And with our Princess Reen?
To think we were so worried about you.
You're not supposed to take it literally.
So this is what you threw me out of Valimar for? Doesn't look very fun.
Crow, you're here.
It feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
You're looking spiffy, Crow.
I'm hanging in there. Sure wasn't expecting all of you to show up, though. How are we even gonna settle this?
That is the question, isn't it?
I'd roughly estimate both sides to be of equal strength.
Well, if you say, would the Radiant Blade Master be on equal par to McBurn? Maybe. At the very least, be able to wear him down enough for everyone else to take him out.
Yeah? So we'd probably just end up at a stalemate, huh?
Well, that doesn't sound like much fun at all. What say we just forego the fighting and have ourselves a party instead?
That doesn't sound bad.
Ha ha ha! I could never turn down a party!
That sounds simply wonderful.
I'll bring the booze.
Ah! No! Can't one of you take this a little more seriously?
She has the best reactions!
This is getting us nowhere.
It's getting us to a party! What are you talking about? Well, that'll break the stalemate.
Look who decided to show up.
Krianos, Vita!
I suppose it is just the bird.
Welcome aboard the Pantagruel, Emma. Your overall ability as a witch might still be lacking, but that transportation spell was exceptional. I must apologize for the untimely intrusion. As displeased as a few of you might be by the idea, I think it best if we let one another peacefully go our separate ways this time.
No alcohol? That's unacceptable.
I'll be the one who bears the brunt of Duke Cayenne's anger.
Vita. Can't say I understand why we should.
It's not our place to question the orders of our clients.
Whatever. Gives me something to look forward to later.
That's a stupid way of looking at it. If you want to do it, and it's right there in front of you, I'm sure it's something to look forward to later, but you could have it now. Yeah, I could. I suppose it's not the worst thing in the world, but whatever.
Okay, see ya, Fee.
Next time we meet, it will be as enemies.
Or drinking partners, whatever comes first.
Yep, I know. Aww, I was kinda hoping we'd be able to talk some more. I expect we will have multiple opportunities to do so in the near future.
Well, catch you later, Phantom Thief.
Or not. You do know that no one likes your stupid pranks, right?
Tut tut! There's no need to be so harsh. It's a shame we couldn't resume our debate on the nature of beauty this time, my most worthy rival.
I could wax eloquent about beauty till I'm old and gray, but honestly, I think it's about time we settled things between us.
Next time we meet Radiant Blade Master and his daughter, it will be to battle.
Well, I certainly have no objection to that.
You seem to bear some manner of ill will against my household. I don't know your reasons, but should we be granted the opportunity, I would gladly settle things with you in battle.
Yes, well, let's not be too hasty. I can wait.
She's great. She's great. It's just so funny.
Guess that wraps things up for now. You've definitely grown, but you've still got plenty of room for improvement, especially when it comes to piloting Valimar.
Makes me wonder, why did Vita actually make a stop? Did she just see the possibility for losing a bunch of her assets for the rest of the war? Because we're not even really part of the war at the moment. None of the people involved here have taken a side. Well, yes, I'm pretty sure Radiant Bloodmaster and Oliver would probably go to the Imperial side, if any. They'll probably want a third side, honestly. They're not on their enemy's side, which means they could cripple themselves for the sake of doing that.
So unless you're up for another beatdown, I suggest you get to work on fixing that.
Oh, I'm sorry I interrupted you, Crow. Oh, I'm so sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah, I know. Oh, and just to confirm, you were the one who told Toval where I was, right?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you, then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. He would be one of the people who know what direction I went, and he would be one of the people who could quickly track me down, too.
Oh, now that you mention it, he does have the same voice as that mystery caller. I did think he sounded familiar. That must have been because I'd heard it during your concert at the festival.
Damn, looks like the jig is up.
You really did that?
Oh, Crow, there's no shame in admitting that you care, you know.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 Leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
I can't pretend to know much about this kind of thing.
He's right. Eastern blades like my Tachi are the heart and soul of the 8 Leaves 1 blade style swordsmanship. Alright, I'll take your advice. And when I've got myself one, I'll finally take everything back.
Yeah, Crow doesn't seem like he gives a fuck anymore. Seems more like he almost seems like he wants to lose. He wants to lose, but he can't, like... It feels like he wants to lose, but he can't make a good excuse as to just to give up or to walk away. He's too committed to it at this point. Maybe a matter of pride, maybe a matter of something else.
The Academy, Elise...
Maybe a matter of, maybe he said he wants to bring it to peace, so he does have that, but he almost feels like he wants to lose. Without the, without Chancellor in the picture, maybe he doesn't care what side wins, so he's more interested in helping his friends at this point. I don't know. Still, yeah.
And even you, Crow.
If that's how you want it, I'd like to see you try.
I'm still sort of pissed that I actually took back my money. The interest on it, I was gonna hold him over that for so fucking long. Ah. Why can't I do that? I want to... That's so cool! Ah.
Courageous! Full speed ahead!
Commence retreat from this airspace!
Toa? George? Oh yeah, that's them, I didn't realize that this was so much bigger than the nonsense. I thought they were very similar. Maybe it was just like the shape and never seeing them in the same place. Got my water, got my shit, got my stuff, and ready for some more of this. Gonna do this. I've missed you nonsense. It really sounded like Toa and George were on board. Maybe Angelica? Didn't sound like anything from her, but at the same time, she might be. It would have been much harder for her to do anything with that, though. It doesn't hurt that the opening had like Toa with like a little captain's hat on, so.
If that is all, I will return to a state of inactivity.
Thanks for all you've done, Valimar. I'll be counting on you if anything else comes up.
Acknowledged. Prepare yourself for your next encounter with the Azure Knight, my awakener.
Don't worry, I will. We lost last time, but I know that's not all I'm capable of. As long as we're all together, I know I can get stronger.
I eagerly await your results.
Looks like he went to sleep.
So, this is what the Great Ashen Knight looks like up close, huh? I've heard all manner of rumor about it, but I never expected I'd stand in the presence of a legend.
I can't possibly begin to thank you enough. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come to my aid. Thank you. Really. And that goes for everyone else, too. Thanks for coming to rescue me, guys.
We're just happy you're okay.
Just don't scare us like that again, alright?
True. We were all on edge waiting for you to get back.
And yet you somehow managed to come out unscathed with Her Highness in tow.
You make it sound like it was easy.
Yeah, I lost once. Just once, and it wasn't even to any of the demons, but whatever.
Well, easy or not, it was worth going on board. I got plenty of useful info out of it. So funny enough, I'd say their invitation worked to my benefit more than theirs.
I guess there's no harm in looking at the positives now that all's said and done.
We got Alphen, that's a big positive as it is.
Look at you, acting mature and all grown up. Brings a tear to my eye.
Looks like we have some catching up to do.
I'd like to follow Reen's lead and extend my thanks to each of you as well. Thank you, all of you. And, dear brother, it's a relief to see you safe and sound. Though I never pictured my great escape would end with you in this airship of all things.
We did time our appearance fabulously, if I do say so myself.
It was almost too fabulously, wouldn't you say? Were you waiting for something?
My only regret is that we weren't able to blow in with a storm of rose petals when we boarded them.
Haven't seen this side of you all that much now that I think about it.
Perhaps I should have asked Emma to look into the feasibility of making such a magnificent entrance.
Oh man, that would have been so cool!
Well, it's probably not impossible.
Now you're just being silly.
Sounds about right for our prince.
Well, at the very least, I'd say we're clear of any immediate danger. And given this opportunity, I'd like to sit down with you to discuss our situation and exchange any pertinent information. But first, I think we have a few more reunions to celebrate.
Reen!
Oh, it's been a while. Where's your captain's hat? Oh.
Toa! George! I thought I heard your voices when we started flying away from the Pantagruel, so you were on board too?
You bet. Good to see you, Reen.
Toa Herschel. Formally introduce.
Whoa!
I need to, like, get a shirt that's made for girls crying on, because this keeps happening so many times.
It's really you. You're really okay. No sooner had we found out that you were still alive, we got told you had been taken by the Alliance. We've been so worried about you.
I'm a real troublemaker, aren't I? Sorry, Toa, but I'm glad to see you and George made it out okay. Everything I've said to you has been at the back of my mind ever since we parted ways in Trista, and it's kept me going every step of the way. So, thank you.
This is appropriately romantic.
Oh, You remembered. You promised me you wouldn't die. And you didn't. We still need to work on that one, but I know you're not the kind of guy who'd go back on his word.
Hey, all I said is I wouldn't die. No more promises. Don't try pulling me into something I didn't say.
See? Reen's a guy you can count on.
Especially for the not dying part. I can even retry. It happened every once in a while. It happens every once in a while.
Nice to see you're holding up okay. Still can't believe you made it through all that fighting in Trista in one piece, but... well, here you are.
Good to see you again, George. But how'd you two end up on the Courageous to begin with?
We'll bring you up to speed once we all sit down for our meeting. There's a conference room on one of the upper floors. We can meet there when you're ready.
Yep, I've been here before. Not quite here, though. Our courageous leader. Aboard the nonsense.
The Courageous began its independent operations right before Heimdall was first occupied. I realized what the Alliance was planning, so I gathered a skeleton crew, met with Viscount XSEED.
Well, okay, so when he joined, did you already know about that? Because I thought that happened, like, well before.
And we hurried straight to Trista, where we found your classmates locked in combat with the Azure Knight.
Oh no, I guess not. No. I guess you're saying something different.
I see. That explains why you were in Trista.
I shudder to think what would have happened if not for the Courageous's timely appearance. What have you been doing since then, Father? I hadn't heard anything about your whereabouts until now.
Eventually, we were able to shake off the Azure Knight's pursuit. And we've been traveling around the country ever since, preparing to find you and take you on board.
George and I haven't been here long. The principal managed to get in touch with the Courageous without anyone noticing and sent us here.
He did?
I hope he's still alright. By the way, what happened to Major Vander? You two are always joined at the hip.
Alas, he is currently indisposed. His military obligations have him heading up the 7th Armored Division in Western Erebonia. They're working with your former instructor, Major Neidhart, as well.
Oh, it's good to hear he's okay.
With him, too? So he's over in the West now.
Huh. I should have known the 4th Armored Division's ace wouldn't get his ass kicked so easily.
Oh, right. Dad said he'd heard from him too, remember?
Still, the west side of the country contains Marquis Hyarm's Sutherland province, along with Duke Cayenne's Lemaire province. The fighting there would no doubt be even more fierce than it is here in eastern Erebonia.
Correct. A large percentage of the Imperial Army's military strength still remains intact, but the Noble Alliance forces' constant attacks have put them at a disadvantage. On top of that, a number of townships in the region have been caught in the crossfire and suffered great losses.
That's terrible.
I'd heard as much, but it still pisses me off to hear it.
With the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions occupied on the eastern side of the country, one can only assume the Noble Alliance intends to use that as an opportunity to crush the forces in the west.
Yeah, but they're not stupid. I bet the army in the west is putting up a pretty good fight by themselves.
It's too early to call things just yet.
An astute assessment. The situation in the Western Theater could change at a moment's notice.
Right. But that means we're uncertain what course to pursue now. And having said that...
What's your goal? Does it align with ours?
We have a question to pose to all of you. The question, really. With the whole of the Empire caught in the throes of civil war, what exactly do all of you intend to do from here on out?
You know, we tried to do that question before. We sort of got interrupted.
Us?
We were in the midst of discussing that when Reen was taken to the Pantagruel, in fact.
Oh, we have an empty seat for Crow.
This is a full-on war, and our fellow Erebonian countrymen stand on both sides. No one here is delusional enough to think that a group of students like us are capable of stopping it by ourselves. Still, during our field studies, we found ourselves up against the problems this nation faces again and again. And because we have that experience, I believe there's a place for us to change things in all this, a part only we can play. We may not be able to compete head-on with the Alliance, but together, we can move things in the right direction for Erebonia as a whole.
That was wonderful, Reen.
He's had so much practice making those speeches, I think he's gonna get pretty darn good at it. And he could actually probably put on his resume at some point. Master speech maker. He should run for president. Yeah, I suppose the presidential election will be, U.S. presidential election will be over by the time this is up, wouldn't it?
Still, we aren't all gathered here for the same reasons. Be it rescuing Elise or settling things with Crow, we've all got something that we personally want to accomplish. But accomplishing those things won't be possible with the situation as it stands. And that's why, no matter how stacked the odds are against us, or how fierce the fighting becomes, we want to put everything we have into making all the difference we possibly can, in whatever way we can. I think I speak for everyone in Class 7 when I say that.
You bet!
I agree completely.
We may all come from different walks of life, but this time, that can work for us.
Exactly. We have something no one else does, and because of that, we can do things no one else can.
And what kind of class would we be if we didn't take advantage of that to protect the people and things we love?
As well as find our own answers to the questions we have looming over us.
As Reen said, however big or small it is in the long run, we have a place in this war, and we have every intention of following it.
Sounds like it'll be a pain, though.
No biggie. We're Class 7. Throw in a few of Reen's trademark speeches and we're raring to go.
Look at you kids.
You all sound like you've really thought long and hard about this.
I don't really think they have. I don't. I mean, they have absolutely nothing concrete.
That's the Class 7 I'm proud to serve.
And you guys aren't the only ones who feel that way.
I mean, it's not easy. It's not that hard to feel that way about it. It's good to feel that way about it. It might take a little bit of time, but still, that's not really much else.
Everyone at Thor's has something to bring to the table. Remember the Academy's motto? Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was what Principal Van Dyke said to us at the welcoming ceremony.
The words of Dreikel's the Lionheart serve to inspire us to this day, it would seem.
Of course. They ring as true as ever.
It's like you didn't even have to think about it. You guys just knew.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourselves. And it's true that Thor students are scattered all over the country right now. But I'm sure that each and every one of them are fighting too, and they feel the exact same way that you guys do.
I understand. Your Highness.
Indeed. I figured you would have already given it some thought, but I wasn't expecting such a stirring conviction. But I think this at least settles the matter of what course to take. If you would do the honors, Captain.
As you wish. We're about to do something neither side would ever expect us to do. We're going to entrust this ship to you.